Good morning, and welcome to Barbaras Bulletin. I'm your host, Barbara, and we're glad you're joining us today for a comprehensive look at the latest developments from around the world. As we begin this new episode, our focus turns to significant events unfolding in South Korea, where the country is navigating a period of transition and healing after a tumultuous chapter in its political history. Recently, South Korea's President Lee Jae-myung held his first major press conference since taking office, marking a notable shift in leadership style compared to his predecessor, Yoon Suk-yeol. This event was significant, not just for its content but also for the deliberate attempt to signal a departure from the past, embracing transparency and openness with the media and the public. President Lee's approach was characterized by a relaxed demeanor, a willingness to engage in lengthy discussions, and an emphasis on personal anecdotes, all of which contrasted sharply with the more defensive and isolated posture of his predecessor. He chose the Blue House, the traditional seat of the presidency, for the conference, eschewing the fortified Defense Ministry compound that had been favored by Yoon Suk-yeol. During the press conference, Lee touched upon several critical issues facing South Korea, including the need to rebuild trust in government after the martial law debacle, the challenges of navigating U.S. tariff negotiations, and his approach to diplomacy with North Korea. Notably, he spoke about fostering cooperation across party lines to restore economic stability and mentioned his hopes for creating a virtuous cycle of peace with North Korea, emphasizing the importance of dialogue alongside strong defense. One of the striking aspects of Lee's leadership style, as evident from this press conference, is his willingness to listen and engage in dialogue. He drew parallels between inter-Korean relations and marital conflicts he had handled as a lawyer, suggesting that understanding and empathy could be key factors in resolving long-standing disputes. As South Korea moves forward under President Lee's leadership, it will be crucial to observe how these commitments to transparency, cooperation, and diplomacy play out in practice. The country faces numerous challenges, from economic pressures to geopolitical tensions, but the new president's approach offers a glimmer of hope for a more collaborative and peaceful path forward. We'll continue to monitor these developments and bring you updates as more information becomes available. For now, it's clear that South Korea is at a crossroads, and the choices made by its leaders will have significant implications not just for the Korean people, but for the broader region and indeed the world. We'll be right back with more of today's top news on Barbaras Bulletin. Welcome back to Barbaras Bulletin. We're glad you're joining us again for this segment of our show. Today we've been exploring some fascinating stories from around the world. And now it's time to dive into our middle segment. We're going to talk about a trend that's caught our attention: the increasing interest in Canadian art schools among American students. According to recent reports, institutions like the Nova Scotia College of Art and Design, or NSCAD, have seen a significant surge in applications from US-based students. But what's driving this trend? It appears that many American students are looking for a more welcoming and inclusive environment, where they can express themselves freely without fear of persecution. Canada's reputation for being a diverse and accepting country seems to be a major draw for these students. NSCAD's community, in particular, is known for its high level of gender diversity, which may be attractive to students who identify as non-binary, queer, or transgender. We've also spoken to officials from the Alberta University of the Arts, who report a significant increase in website traffic from US-based IP addresses. While they haven't seen a corresponding increase in applications, they believe that the Canadian government's recent cap on international student permits may have had a chilling effect on prospective applicants. It's essential to note that this trend is not solely driven by politics. Many American students are simply looking for a high-quality education and a unique cultural experience. Canada's art schools offer a distinct perspective and approach to the arts, which can be appealing to students seeking a broader understanding of the creative world. As we consider this story, it's crucial to recognize the complexities involved. While some may view this trend as a positive development for Canadian institutions, others may see it as a reflection of the challenges faced by American students who feel marginalized or excluded in their own country. Ultimately, the decision to pursue an education abroad is a personal one, driven by a range of factors. As we continue to explore this story, we'll be examining the implications for both Canadian and American students, as well as the potential impact on the art world as a whole. Stay tuned for our final story of the day, right here on Barbaras Bulletin. Welcome back to Barbaras Bulletin. As we wrap up today's show, I'd like to bring your attention to a developing story in Southeast Asia. Thailand has been embroiled in a political turmoil, with the country's leader, Paetongtarn Shinawatra, suspended from her duties by the Constitutional Court. The suspension comes after a leaked phone conversation between Paetongtarn and Cambodia's influential former leader, Hun Sen, sparked controversy and allegations of breach of ministerial ethics. Now, let's break it down. The phone call was intended to ease border tensions between Thailand and Cambodia, following a violent incident that resulted in the death of a Cambodian soldier. However, critics in Thailand took issue with Paetongtarn's decision to refer to Hun Sen as uncle, and her criticism of a Thai army commander. 1. The Constitutional Court has accepted a petition from 36 senators, claiming that Paetongtarn's actions were unconstitutional. As the investigation unfolds, Thailand's government is facing an uncertain future. Paetongtarn's popularity has been waning, with a recent opinion poll suggesting that her approval rating has dropped to just 9.2%. Meanwhile, her father, former Prime Minister Thaksin Shinawatra, is also facing legal challenges, including a royal defamation suit. It's essential to note that the situation in Thailand is complex and multifaceted. While some may view Paetongtarn's actions as a legitimate attempt to ease tensions with Cambodia, others see it as a breach of protocol and a sign of weakness. As the country navigates this challenging time, it's crucial to consider multiple perspectives and avoid jumping to conclusions. As we conclude today's segment, I want to emphasize the importance of staying informed and engaged with global events. The situation in Thailand serves as a reminder that politics can be unpredictable, and that leaders must navigate intricate webs of power and diplomacy. That's all for today's Barbaras Bulletin. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, stay engaged.